class with you. Miss you all. Excited to work out together again. So we're going to go ahead and start out right up against the wall. So actually scoop both sit bones right back to the wall. Get nice and tall in your spine. Bring anything you can to the wall. Your low back, mid back, upper back, back of your head, shoulders, getting nice and tall. And you can cross your legs, you can extend your legs long, you can bring your legs out wide. You can bring the bottoms of your feet together and let those knees come out wide for tailor pose. And just hold here for a few moments, just feeling the support of the wall behind you. Knowing that this wall is there for you to support you, to challenge you, and know that you can make any adjustments along the way, like every yoga class we work through. So from here, just go ahead and turn one hip to the wall, right up against the wall, and then let your legs just drape right up the wall. Kind of scoot those hips back to the wall. If you lost that connection, bring your arms wherever they're comfortable. Cactus shape, T shape. You could bring them over your head, on your belly. And then once you get all situated against the wall, you could keep your legs long. You can bring your legs out wide in a straddle. You could find that tailor pose, bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. Maybe just cross your legs. Anything that just feels organically comfortable to you. Make it natural. And really begin to close your eyes here and bring that attention inside. Yoga is all about that internal connection. And when we come to class together, we have those connections around us, but we still have that here. We're still connected. Maybe turn your head side to side a few times. You could change up the shape of your legs anytime you wish. Be still with your body for just a bit longer and we'll get that breath flowing. Keep lowering your low back toward the earth. Your legs against the wall in whatever shape they're in. And then begin to establish that yoga breath. In through your nose and out through your nose. Longer, deeper, wider, stronger breath. Filling up on every inhale from the bottom to the top, emptying out on every exhale from the top to the bottom. A continuous flowing breath, one leading into the next. Belly engaging at the end of every exhale, ribs expanding on every inhale. Filling up and letting go. And just be here for a bit. Moving your breath and still keeping that stillness in your body. Feel that rise and fall of your belly here. Belly rises as you fill up on the inhale. Belly lowers as you empty out on the exhale. Bringing a soft sound to this breath like the waves of the ocean, calming, grounding. Slowly begin to bend your knees. Finding that Baddha Konasana, tailor pose. Bottoms of your feet together, knees come out wide. Gently bringing your hands just to the outsides of your knees and just kind of moving your body a little bit side to side, like a teeter-totter. Keep really encouraging your knees a little closer to the wall. then even it all out if you're moving side to side. Bring your hands behind your head with your elbows wide. Keeping those elbows wide. On your exhale, start to engage your core, your center. Rise up, shoulders away from the earth. Inhale, shoulders back down. Exhale to rise, top ribs melt over bottom ribs. Inhale, lower. Keep pushing your feet together, knees out wide. Knees are starting to move a little closer to the wall behind you. Keep it going like this. If you want to add in a little oblique work, start to cross over. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, and then bringing those elbows out wide and lowering back down. One more variation here. You can always start to take your feet away from the wall as you rise up and then bring them back to the wall as you lower your head back down. So find a variation that works for you, and let's take a few more rounds. Working the oblique side to side, taking both ends of the body up. Staying with that original shape, straight up through the center. Exhale to rise, inhale to lower. Nice and slow, take your time, less is more. Try to keep your eyes closed, awareness inside. Now the next time you rise up, rise right through the center, keep your legs rooted to the wall. And take little teeny pulses here. Small range of motion, just a few more, really feeling that engagement in your belly muscles. Couple more. And then lower back down. Stretch your arms long, stretch your legs long. Take a big inhale through your nose and exhale, let it go through your mouth. Deep cleansing breath. One more. Bend your knees. Your knees are about hip-width distance apart. Bring your arms alongside you. Press your feet firmly into the wall and then lift your hips up. Feel that amazing strength in your arms, in your legs, in your core. Creating that space in your upper body, the front of your body. Nice. Couple more rounds just like this. You can always change the arms, bring them over your head. You can always bring your hands behind your low back, supporting yourself just a bit more. Now gently, vertebrae by vertebrae, lower your hips down. Take your arms in what we call pistol arms. So your forearms and elbows are on the mat. You spread your fingers wide and your palms face each other. Your feet are still about hip-width distance apart. On your inhale, lift your hips up as you press your feet firmly into the wall. Inhale, lower. Exhale, rise, extend, and inhale, lower. Take a few more like this. Find your own rhythm. You can always change the arms here if pistol arms don't work. Couple more. Nice. One more. Lower slowly. Take your legs out wide. Try flexing your feet. Make it an active straddle. Maybe bring your hands inside your inner thighs to just kind of coax those legs out a little wider. Stretch your arms overhead. On your exhale, slowly rise up, reaching your fingertips toward the wall. And then inhale, lower back down. Exhale, rise, reach through the center. Maybe your fingertips touch the wall, maybe they don't. No big deal. Keep it going like this. If you want to add in a little more oblique work, you start to go over to one side, framing the leg, lowering back down in the center, then the other side. Maybe back to center. So find a little sequence that works for you. You know you can always take a break, stop the movement, take a few breaths, and begin again. A few more rounds. Keep those legs active. Take a couple more. And then we're going to meet lying back down. Bend your knees and bring your feet kind of wide on the wall. Kind of think happy baby. From here, bringing your arms alongside you, lift your hips back up. Bring your hands to your low back so that you're more supported. Maybe walk your feet up a little higher if you need to. And bring your knees together on your exhale. Inhale, knees wide. Exhale together. Inhale, wide. Few more like this. Exhale together. Inhale, wide. Couple more. One more. Nice. Lift up a little higher. Yeah, lower right back down. Hug both knees in. Gently roll side to side. Bring your arms to a T. Pass your knees over to the right, and you might even be touching the wall with both feet as you stack your left knee over your right, left foot over your right. I like to take my right hand over the left knee or thigh to coax it down a little closer to the right knee. Left arm out to the left, breathe over left shoulder. For supine twist at the wall. Couple more breaths here. And then just simply switch sides. Maybe just brush those feet right along the wall as you let your knees drop on over to the left. Right arm out to the right, breathing over that right shoulder. Left hand can always come to your right knee or thigh. Breath is getting bigger and bigger here. Inhales and exhales through the nose. Roll all the way over to your left side. And from here, come to seated. And I want you to sit against the wall so that the right side of your body is right up against the wall. Your shoulder, your hip, the outside of your leg. And then go ahead, bend your left leg and scoot up against the wall as much as you can. The left foot is inside your right inner thigh. Peel your arms up so the right arm is touching the wall. Your right leg is active. Flex the foot. Turn a little bit to your left and then side bend to your right. So slide that right arm inside your right leg or on the leg. Peel your left arm over your ear as you keep leaning as much as you can against the wall. Couple more breaths. In this amazing side stretch, feeling that stretch from your left sit bones all the way through your fingertips. Couple more rounds of breath here. Now slowly come up, both arms up. Plant your left hand behind. Prop yourself up onto your left knee. Bring your right leg long behind you and take your right arm right up the wall. Lean right up against the wall. Kind of like those suspension rides at carnivals. Really get right up against the wall. Palm faces out. If you like, you could slide that right leg up the wall. Keeping the foot flexed, making it active. Gaze is up unless that bothers your neck, and then look straight ahead or down. And then slowly come back up. Find your way to seated. Cross your legs. Just kind of remember which leg is in front as you cross your legs. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows wide. Lean up against the wall. Low back, mid back, upper back, head, elbows. Tick-tock it over to the right, sliding down. Bring it through center, over to the left. And take a few more, sliding side to side. Your breath measure. Feeling those obliques. One more round. Nice. Bring it through center. Peel your arms up. And then go ahead and bring your legs wide. Back to that wide straddle. Stretch up on your inhale and exhale. Start to walk your hands forward and scoot those hips back. Keep walking your hands as far forward as you can, and then let yourself melt in and surrender. Taking a few more breaths here. Keep scooting those hips against the wall if you lose that connection. Keep flexing your feet. Make it active. Engaging whatever you can here, but also surrendering, feeling that effort and ease, the hard and the soft. And then slowly rise up, walking your hands back, and we're just simply going to switch sides. So get the left side of your body right up against the wall. Right foot inside your left inner thigh. Left leg is long and active. Left arm comes up. Right arm comes up. Turn to your right a little bit. Side bending to your left. Either sliding that left arm inside the left leg or keeping it on top as you keep leaning your upper body back toward the wall. Right arm stretches over your ear. Take a couple more breaths here. Amazing, amazing stretch. Keeping your eyes closed, feeling the body open up from the inside out. One more exhale, inhale, come up. Plant your right hand behind you. Prop yourself up onto your right knee. Left foot turns sideways, left heel to the mat. Right or left arm comes up. And if you like, you can always try lifting that left leg. Gazes up or down or straight forward. Noticing the difference from side to side. Our asymmetry that we always bring with us. Very slowly lower back down. Come back to seated against the wall. See if you can remember which leg was in front and bring the other one in front. No big deal if you can't remember. And then scoot yourself right up against the wall, always setting it up. Peel your arms up. And this time bring your right hand right by your right hip. Start to turn to the right, bringing your left hand to the outside of the right thigh or knee as you turn your head to the right, bringing your right ear toward the wall behind you. Couple more breaths for this first round. Feeling the stretch not only in your side body, but you can feel this in your neck and your shoulder. Slowly come up, get both arms up again. Bring your left hand right by your left hip. Start to turn to your left as you bring your right hand to the outside of the left thigh or knee, turning your head to the left, breathing over that left shoulder, left ear toward the wall. Keep breathing. Now come back up through center and let's just kind of work it side to side. So twisting to your right. And inhale, bring it through center. And twist it to your left and take a few more. Your breath measure, no rush. We're going to do one more round after this. And then bring it back through center, both arms up, lean up against the wall, feel nice and tall and long. And now take both legs straight out in front of you, flex your feet. Take a big inhale, get a little longer, and exhale, reach forward, scoot those hips back to the wall, grab onto whatever you can, toes, shins, ankles, and then slowly come forward. Holding here for a few rounds of breath in another seated forward fold. You can always soften your knees here, no hyperextending. Couple more breaths. Feeling those hamstrings really starting to open up. That low back, beautiful stretch here. One more exhale, inhale, slowly rise, and just make your way to table any way you can get there. Move more toward the center of your mat. So you want to line up your shoulders over your wrist, your knees underneath your hips, and then just start to create your variation of a cat-cow. You can keep it real basic, lifting your heart upward on the inhale as you spread those sit bones. Exhale, tucking it all under, chin toward chest like an angry cat. Or you can start to dip it side to side, bringing your hips to one side, looking over that shoulder. You can always take big circles all the way around, full breath, full movement. And keep it going for a little while, your variation. Undulating the spine, feeling yourself creating space in your low back, mid back, upper back. Couple more rounds. Nice. And then go ahead, come right back to neutral spine. We're going to set up spinal balance, so you might have to back up a little bit or come forward. What you want to do is lengthen your right leg. Make sure the toes face down, and you want to line up that right heel with your right hip. And when you get that all organized, extend your left arm forward, thumb on top, pinky on the bottom. Really push that foot firmly into the wall. Stretch forward with your fingertips and take some knee squeezers. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale, lengthen. You can always lower the hand and just bring the knee in and stretch the leg long. Let's do about 2 more. Any variation works. 1 more, stretch it out, lower the hand. Turn that right foot sideways on the wall. It's still at hip level, and take your right arm straight up. Another variation of side balance, supported side balance. Take a few more rounds of breath. And then start to take that arm in a circle, big circle. Really starting to loosen up in that shoulder joint, and then switch directions. Oh, I'm looking outside now at my beautiful woods. So lucky. Now lower your right knee, keep your right arm up, and we're going to thread the needle, bringing your right arm underneath your body, stretching your left arm forward or wrap it around your back. And if you're close enough to the wall, you might even start to lift that left leg up the wall. Toes to the wall, ball of the foot to the wall, bottom of the foot to the wall. It's optional. One more exhale, inhale, unwind as you peel that right arm right back up. Feel the twist. Lower the right hand and begin to tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back, down dog. Now from here, I want you to walk your heels right back to the wall. And you have a couple of choices here. You can either keep your heels low toward the earth, but keep your heels to the wall, or you could take your heels a little higher, pressing your toes into your mat. Getting a little more stretch in the bottoms of the feet. Stretch your fingers, press all 10 fingers firmly into the earth. Maybe shake your head yes and no. Heart is moving towards your legs, toward the wall behind you. And then take your feet away from the wall. Bring your feet wide, wider than your mat. Heels are now away from the wall. Walk your hands back to the wall. Get your hips right up against the wall, both hips. Walk your hands over to the right. Keep your left hand rooted and peel your right arm up. Another twist. Lower your right hand, walk your hands over to the left. Right hand is rooted, left arm peels up. Now watch those sit bones. They both stay against the wall. And try this a few more times on your own. Side to side. So as you twist open to the right, make sure your left sit bone is still connected to the wall. When you twist open to the left, your right hip is still connected to the wall as well. Take one more side to side here. And even it out. Hang out in your forward fold for a couple rounds of breath. You can always catch opposite elbows or just keep your hands to the earth. Slowly walk your hands forward. Bring your feet back to the mat. You are right back in that down dog. Heels low or high, but they're touching the wall. Heels slightly outward, spiraling your thighs inward. Pushing firmly through both hands. And then lower right back down. So we're going to go ahead and set up our spinal balance on the other side. So you might have to rearrange yourself on the mat a little bit. Go forward or back. So that left foot, the bottom of the foot, is firmly up against the wall. Both hips face towards your mat. Left heel lines up with your left hip. And now the right arm comes forward. Thumb on top, pinky on the bottom. Gaze is straight ahead. Couple more breaths holding it. Now move it. Exhale, tuck it in, elbow to knee, knee to elbow, lengthen it out on the inhale. Take about 3 or so more. Remember, you always have the option to lower the hand and just bring the knee in and out. We've got 2 more. And 1 more. Stretch it out. Lower the right hand. Turn your body sideways a little bit more. That left foot is right up against the wall. Turn sideways. Press it firmly. Left arm up. Your right hand is on the mat, but you're not falling into it. You're rising up from it. Rooting to rise. Take that arm, that left arm now. Big circle all the way around. And switch directions. One more round. Nice. Now go ahead, lower the knee. Keep the left arm lifted and bring that left arm right underneath your body. Resting on your left shoulder now, right arm forward or wrap it around your back. Maybe lift that right leg up and even touch the wall with the right foot. So remember that right arm can wrap around the back or stretch forward. Breathe deeply right into those shoulders, those hips, that side body. One more exhale and inhale. Peel yourself right back up into that table twist. Left arm up. Lower the hand. Child's pose. Sending your hips back to your heels. Stretching your arms forward. Finding your softness here. Your surrender. It's Staying for a few more breaths as we sink in deeper with the breath. Not forcing, not pushing. You know, this pose is home base and you can come here any time you need to, anytime. Good. Slowly rise up to table, hands and knees. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So remember, heels lower or higher. Take a couple more breaths here. Now if your heels are high, lower them down. And on your next exhale, bring your right foot forward. Take your left toes to the mat and your left heel a little higher up on the wall. So you're in what we call a low lunge. Come into your fingertips. You don't want to dump all your weight onto that right thigh. Feeling that space, that length. Softening those shoulders back. Head is straight forward. Plant your back foot sideways, right up against the wall. The toes turning slightly forward. You might have to rearrange your feet a little bit and slowly rise up, warrior one. So in warrior one, we square our hips to face forward. Our arms are lifted. We're pushing the outside edge of that back foot right up against the wall. We're breathing deeply in and out through the nose. Hold for a few more breaths. Lunge a little deeper if you can. Arms are lifted, but shoulders are soft. Exhale, come halfway forward. Slice your arms alongside you. Inhale, peel your arms back up. Feel that core working. Exhale, halfway forward. Keep pushing the outside edge of that back foot against the wall. Inhale up one more time. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Change it to a warrior two. Rearrange those feet. Lunge a little deeper into that right knee. Yeah, push the outside edge of the back foot against the wall and then find your arms. Extend from fingertips to fingertips. You might even have that left hand touching the wall. Maybe the fingertips, maybe the palm. Watch that the shoulders aren't hiking up. Roll them back. You can always flip your palms up. And then take a reverse warrior, peeling your right arm over. Now, you can bring the left hand to the wall. You can bring the left arm around your back. You can reach your left hand to your back thigh. You can catch a hold of your right wrist. Try to keep lunging forward into that front knee. From here, it's extended side angle. Right forearm on your thigh, left arm over your ear. Feel that long line of energy from the outside edge of the back foot through the fingertips. Back up, reverse. Back to extended side angle. Left arm over. One more time for reverse. And one more time for extended side angle. Now slowly start to surround your front foot with both hands. You're going to shorten your stance so you can move that back foot away from the wall. Turn your toes forward and think more railroad tracks, so you don't want to line up that left foot behind the right foot. It's over to the left a little bit. Both legs are long, both hands surround your right leg, and melt your head forward. Pyramid pose, waterfall pose. From here, come up onto those back toes, lift your back heel, and then go back into your back heel and lift your front toes. Come forward a little bit, lift the back heel, come back and lift the front toes. Couple more like this, kind of like a teeter-totter. One more time. Really nice. Find that pyramid for one more breath. Lower the back knee and keep the right knee bent. And let's just take a little bit of a hip opener here, humble warrior. If you like, you can scoot yourself back to the wall and push those toes right into the wall. Maybe even the heel comes against the wall.
You might be able to wrap your right arm right underneath your right leg. Hold here for a few more breaths, going deeper with each breath. Surrendering, softening. And then slowly coming out of it, just make your way to child's pose again. Your toes can touch the wall or not. Maybe walk your hands over to the right a little bit, onto the wood floor. Stretching out that left side. And if you're over to the right, walk it on over to the left. This is a wonderful place to check in with your body, with your breath, with your sensations. Back to center. Take a couple more breaths. And we got one more side to go. So come up to table. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back. Set up your down dog. Remember, the heels can be low or a little higher up on the wall, depending on, what feels more dynamic to you, without forcing or doing too much. Couple more breaths. And then slowly bring your left foot forward. Your right toes are on your mat. Your right heel is high up on the wall. You might bring that left foot a little further forward. Lunge into the knee. You're on your fingertips, lengthening your spine. Gaze is right off the top of your mat. Couple more breaths. And then setting up your warriors. You take your back foot, turn it sideways, right up against the wall. Toes are slightly forward and we rise up for warrior one. On the left, you might actually take your hands to your hips and bring your right hip slightly forward, left hip slightly back, arms lift, gaze is forward. Breath is strong. Maybe a little more lunge there if you got it. Take a couple more breaths for the first one. And then come halfway forward, arms alongside you. Back up, warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Halfway forward, almost like a lightning bolt. Come back up, warrior one. One more time, halfway forward, back up, warrior one. This is where we switch it up to warrior two. You might need to rearrange your feet a little bit. Yeah, get deep in that lunge so that your left thigh is a little more parallel to the earth. Stretch your arms, breathe over your left shoulder. Notice if you can soften through those shoulders. You can always flip those palms up again. Strong breath. Watch that that left knee doesn't fall inward, bring it slightly outward so you track it over your baby toe. And here we go, reverse it. Remember, you can bring your right hand to the wall. You can wrap your right arm around your back. You can reach for your back thigh. Extended side angle, left forearm on your thigh. Right arm reaches over your ear. Keep pushing that back foot right up against the wall. Keep lunging into your left knee. Right back up to your reverse. Keep the same lunge. Back into your extended side angle. One more time for reverse. One more time for extended side angle. Really stretch it. Both hands surround your left foot. Bring your right leg back, or forward actually, and melt right over that left leg now. So remember, your feet are a little wider. Right foot over to the right, left foot over to the left. Spine is long. Bringing your forehead towards your near shin. And let's do a little bit of that rocking back and forth. So come onto your back toes and lift your back heel. Come onto your back heel, lift your front toes. A few more times like this. Just like a rocking horse or a teeter-totter. Couple more rounds. Working on that hamstring again. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Lower your right knee down. Forearms and elbows to the mat inside your left foot, maybe snake the arm underneath the leg if you want to touch the wall with your back toes. Might back up a little bit, breathing right into your outer left hip and glute. Finding that softness and surrender again. Two more breaths. And slowly come up. Let's go right back into that child's pose, just for a few breaths. Settling right back in. Now this time, come up to table and just a little bit away from the wall. Rise to standing on your knees as you peel your arms up overhead, feeling that energy up through your fingertips. Start to turn to your right, bringing your right hand to your waist, thigh, or heel, and the left arm is peeling over your ear. You might even be able to touch the wall with your left fingertips. So I back off on that a little bit. I've got some low back issues, but if you can go for it, go for it. Pay attention to your body. Come back up through center and take it the other way. Open your arms to T, bring your left hand back to whatever you can get, and the right arm reaches over, fingertips are reaching toward the wall. Lifting your heart upward. Come back through center and just find a couple more. Your breath measure. Do not rush through these at all. Maybe noticing each time you come to the pose, there's a little more space, a little more room. And we're going to take one more full round. Nice. Now come up through center. You might want to get just a little closer to the wall, just a bit. Start to pick both arms up and walk your hands to the wall. And see if you can walk those hands further down the wall. So I'm going to pass on this one. If you've got a low back issue, you might want to just kind of stay nice and upright. If you're able to, keep walking those hands down the wall. Keep breathing deeply. If that doesn't work for you, bring your hands to your waist or your low back. Couple more breaths. Slowly, mindfully come out of it. Child's pose. This time take your arms underneath you in your child's pose. We call this infant pose, so you're on your shoulders. The crown of your head is on the mat, or maybe your forehead. You're breathing deeply. And then slowly come up, no rush. Find that downward dog again as you tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back and send those heels toward the wall, high or low. Spread your fingers, move your heart toward your thighs, stretching out through your spine, your shoulders, your hamstrings. Take the feet a little bit away, walk your hands back. So we're back in that forward fold, Uttanasana. Right up against the wall. Both hips are against the wall. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly start to rise up. Bringing your arms up the wall. And now take those heels right back to the wall. Peel your arms up. And notice how your low back wants to leave the wall. Tuck your pelvis under. Get whatever you can against the wall. Start to bring your hands to your waist and begin to move your feet further away, keeping your feet about hip-width distance apart, leaning your spine against the wall, rolling your hips down the wall a bit. So you want to be in that chair pose. You don't want your hips any lower than your knees. And if you need a little higher chair, you just lengthen your legs a little bit. Bring your arms in a cactus shape. Keep leaning against the wall, whatever you could get. Tuck that pelvis under. Nice. Couple more breaths. And then just bring your elbows together, palms together. Open it back up. So make your own resistance here, like you're holding weight. Nice and slow. Couple more breaths. Try to stay in that chair, but you can always come up if you need to. Let's do 2 more. Open and close. Back to cactus arms, palms together. Prayer twist to your right as you hook your left elbow outside your right thigh. Really press those palms together. Press your elbow right against your thigh. You could stay here. You can open your arms. Back to center. We're still in our chair, almost out of it. Cactus arms, palms together. Prayer twist the other way. Right elbow hooks outside your left thigh. Peel that left shoulder back. Nice. Open the arms, if it's available. And then come right back to center. 2 more breaths in your chair. We're almost out of it. And then just start to lengthen your legs and fold forward over these kind of longer legs in more of a pike position, getting your chest a little closer toward your thighs, narrowing that space. Couple more breaths here, just hanging out. Try not to grab a hold of the mat with your toes, relax them. And then you want to walk your feet back a little bit, soften your knees and rise all the way up to standing. Remember to take a break anytime you need to. Turn your body so that the right side of your body is facing the wall, your arms distance away. Push your palm into the wall. You want your wrist to line up with your shoulder. Start to bring your left hand to your waist and pick that left knee up. Majorette. You could stay right like this. You could peel your left arm up. And you could take your right arm up and not even touch the wall. Or bring one finger to the wall. Couple more breaths. Find your drishti, that gazeless gaze really helps. That right foot is firmly rooted to the mat. Now bring your right hand back to the wall if it's not there. And let's work into a tree pose. Right foot either in your left inner thigh or maybe your ankle this morning. You can always keep your toe tips resting on the mat. Once again, left arm can come up, maybe the right arm. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you fall out of it, no big deal. Try again. Couple more breaths. Now bring your right hand back to the wall. Keep your tree and sway your tree toward the wall. So the left fingertips are coming toward the wall and that left knee is coming out to the side. And then come back up. Maybe bring that left arm out to the left and sway your tree again toward the wall. I've got slippery tights on today. One more time, sway it and rise back up. Take a hold of that left foot behind you. So you want to line your knees up together. That doesn't mean they're touching. It's just that the knee is not far back or forward. Right hand is on the wall. Maybe you can lift that right arm up. You could stay right like this, getting an amazing quad stretch, or you could start to come forward now, peeling that left leg behind you. Maybe walking that right hand further forward on the wall or not even holding the wall. Couple more breaths. Beautiful. Lower it all down, shake it all out.
face the wall, arms distance away. Lining up the heels of your hands with your shoulders. Take your hips back. So you want to line up your hips right over your heels. Your shoulders are in line with your wrists, which are in line with your hips. We call this half dog. Couple more breaths. And then keeping your hands right where they are, just kind of move toward the wall. So think cobra. Bending into those elbows and then push away back into your half dog. Come toward the wall with your heart, your heels probably lift. And come back into your half dog. One more time. Find that cobra at the wall. Back to your half dog. Hold for a couple more breaths. Feel that length in your spine, the openness in your shoulders, your hamstrings. And then push away from the wall. Other side. So you're going to turn your body so the left side is facing the wall. Left hand to the wall. Lining it up right at that height of your shoulder. Right hand to your waist. Right knee lifts. Maybe the right arm comes up. Maybe the left arm comes up. Couple more breaths. Now bring your hand back to the wall if it's not there and begin to set up your tree pose. So the right foot comes into the left inner thigh or make it a lower tree. Bringing that bottom of the right foot in toward your left ankle. So whatever works for you on this side. You can take your right arm up, maybe your left arm. Maybe you keep your palms in front of your heart or hold your waist. Couple more breaths, focus, focus, breathe. Now bring that left hand back to the wall, right arm up, and lean in toward the wall. So the right knee comes out to the right as your right arm comes toward the wall. Back and forth a couple more times. Kind of swing that tree side to side. Just take one more. And come up through center. Bring that right foot behind you. Line up your knees. Get tall. Tuck your pelvis under. Stretch the front of that right thigh. So is hip flexor. Maybe bring the left arm up. What works on one side doesn't necessarily work on the other. Now you could start to come forward, bringing that right leg behind you. You can walk the left hand forward on the wall, or you can even take it away from the wall for dancer pose. My favorite, so beautiful on the inside and out. Couple more breaths. Nice, come through center. Shake it all out. Nice, and then come against the wall again. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Turn your toes slightly outward and start to slide down the wall, right into your squat. Lean up against the wall and lower all the way down. Yeah, from here, any forward fold of your choice. So you can let those legs be wide again or straight forward. Maybe back to your Baddha Konasana legs, tailor pose. Just allow yourself to sink in, to relax, to restore, to regroup. Little more stretching to do on the wall. And slowly rise. Bring one hip to the wall, just like we began. And let those legs drape right back up the wall. Yeah, right where we began, but yet we feel so different. mentally, physically, emotionally, legs in any shape, arms in any shape. And just kind of chill here for a few rounds of breath. Nothing to do but relax and breathe in and out through your nose. Now extend your left leg long in the wall and hug just your right knee in towards your heart center. And you might wind up with your right foot pressed up against the wall. Now go ahead and take that right knee out to the side, cradle the right leg, and just rock it side to side. Now you could bring that right arm underneath the calf, or you could hold on to your right knee with your right hand, left hand to right foot, whatever works for you. Start to loosen up that hip joint a little bit more. And then extend your right leg up toward the ceiling. So left leg is active and long on the wall, right leg is active away from the wall. Hold in behind the belly of the hamstring, or maybe walk your hands up higher and take your head away from your mat. Elbows come out wide. Heart is moving toward your thigh. Couple more breaths. Lower your head down nice and gently. Bring your left arm out to the left and take your right leg out to the right. So that right leg is still away from the wall. Now you could hold, right like I am, right behind the hamstring. You can hold up higher. You could even grab a hold of your right big toe with your peace fingers. Try to keep both sit bones rooted to the mat. Breathe. Now bring that right leg back through center. Take your left hand somewhere to the outside of the right leg, and then take that right leg over to the left. Right arm out to the right. Breathe over right shoulder. Doesn't have to go way far over there. You're going to feel that in your IT band from the outside edge of your hip down toward the outside of your knee. Such a great stretch. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Couple more breaths here. Now bring that right leg back up and take that right heel underneath your left toes and really press those left toes down. Bring your arms wherever they're comfortable. Another hamstring stretch, probably feeling this in the back of both legs. Two more breaths here. Cross your right leg over your left. So you're crossing at the ankles and both legs are long. Bring your arms over your head. Start to let those legs go over to the left a little bit. Arms go over to the left. Grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand and kind of just gently turn your head to the left. In this banana shape, narrow C shape, such a great stretch for the right side of your body. Couple more breaths, so relaxing. Now come back to center. Keep your right leg as it is. Bend your left leg as it is. Bend your right knee out to the side and gently bring your right ankle onto your left thigh above your knee. You could stay right like this for your hip opener. If it's available, start to bend the left knee and walk that left foot down the wall. You're going to notice that your hips come a little bit away from the earth, and that's okay. You can just gently try to get them lower, maybe walk that left foot a little lower. If it gets to be too much, just slide that left leg right back up the wall. You could always bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee, left hand right up against the bottom of the right foot, and just coax that right knee a little closer to the wall. Work into that hip a little bit more. So remember that left leg can be long like mine, or you can bend the left leg and slide it down the wall.
Close your eyes. Last little bit of hip work. Let's take about 5 more breaths here. Now slowly release that right leg and that left leg up. Bring your arms wherever they're comfortable. Shake those legs out. Maybe turn your ankles around. Wiggle your toes. Get that energy and blood flowing again. And we're going to switch sides so the right leg stays long and active on the wall. You hug your left knee in toward your heart center. That left foot might be pushed up against the wall. And stretch your left leg up toward the ceiling. Hold it behind the belly of the hamstring, or walking your hands up higher as you bring your chest up and forehead toward knee or shin. Keep both legs active. Lower your head if it's lifted. Turn that left knee out to the side. Cradle the leg and rock that baby. So that right leg is still long and active on the wall. The left knee is bent out to the side and you're rocking it with the arm underneath the calf, or you could always bring your left hand to your left knee, right hand to your left foot. Now take that left leg up again. Either hold on to the big toe, right arm out to the right, left leg out to the left, breathe over right shoulder, or you could always bring your right hand right on to your right thigh to kind of coax that hip a little closer to the wall. Take a few more rounds of breath here. Inner thigh, groin, hamstring, creating so much space here. Come back to center, switch it up. Right hand to the outside of the left foot or somewhere else in the leg. Left arm out to the left. Bring that left leg over to the right and breathe over left shoulder. Breath matters most. Keep it going strong. IT band stretch again. Both legs are active. Nice. Come back to center and bring your left heel underneath your right toes. Both feet are flexed. Get that amazing hamstring stretch. I love this one. Arms are wherever. Still breathing. And then just cross your left leg over your right. Both legs are long. Arms overhead. Take your legs a little bit over to the right. Your arms a little bit over to the right. Catch a hold of your left wrist as you pull yourself a little bit over to the right. With your upper body, your legs are to the right. You're breathing deeply, creating that space on the left side now. Looking to your right with eyes closed. And slowly come back through center. Keep your right leg active and long on the wall. Bend your left knee. Left heel comes onto your right thigh above your knee. Arms are wherever they are. Now you could keep that right leg long. You're going to feel a lot in that hip. Or you could start to bend that right leg and slide the right foot down the wall. Noticing how your hips rise a little bit away from the earth. That's okay. Just gently try to bring them down. Left hand can come to the inside of left knee, right hand comes right to the bottom of the left foot. And remember, if it's too much, you just back off by bringing your right leg long on the wall. Gently pushing your left knee closer to the wall. We're going to be here for just a little bit longer. Hips are very tight. Huge storage place for tension, stress. We're all kind of dealing with a lot right now. So important to let go. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Few more breaths here. Very slowly undo your legs and give them a little movement again. Shuffle, turn your ankles and your feet, wiggle your toes, and then find a happy baby away from the wall. Catch at the outsides of your feet. Maybe gently rolling side to side. You can always bring one foot in towards your groin and lengthen the opposite leg. Play around with it just a bit. Just a suggestion. Couple more rounds of breath to play here. Even it all out if you're moving. And then let your knees come together. Pass your knees on over to the right. Breathe over your left shoulder. Arms could be at a T, or once again, you could take your right hand over your left knee, breathing over your left shoulder. And come back through center, all the way over to the other side. Back to center, and your choice. You could rest on the wall with your legs in any shape, or you could scoot yourself back onto your mat and lay down on your mat in a more traditional Shavasana. Whenever you find that resting space for yourself, no more muscular energy, no more breath control, total surrender, total softness. From your crown through your toes, take rest. Slowly waking from your yoga rest, just create some movement in your body, wiggling fingers and toes, wrist and ankles rotate, head can move side to side. And then take a big stretch from fingertips to toes. Big inhale through your nose and exhale. Let it go through your mouth. One more of those. Hug your knees in. Roll yourself over to one side for your fetal pose. Using your hands to guide you, make your way to your comfortable seat, and you can sit up against the wall or not. Intuitively, we bring our palms together in front of our heart center.
to seal in our practice, to seal in our gratitude, especially during these more difficult times, for this amazing practice of yoga. So beautiful to share this with all of you, taking this practice with you throughout the rest of your day. My light shines to yours. Namaste.